The fans liked it, and I think so did we.
Boy, this is an unusual Norristown crowd here tonight. Usually they're laid back and very mellow, and tonight they're really rowdy.
Can't beat it, though. Norristown Area School District may have to open up something.
Boy, I'll tell you, I think the refs are listening to us. You know what he just did? He came over, he wrote down on our scoring pad, say good things about the refs. I think this is a message from upstairs.
I think these fellas probably have cable TV and they're watching these ball games.
We could get censored.
You never know.
Boy, I hope they don't watch the first half of this ball game.
We did let them have it a little bit, didn't we?
They deserved it.
You tell them that.
I'm glad I'm out of school. Tap, won by Norristown.
I'm glad they don't work for the Norristown Area School District, or at least I hope they don't.
We'll be doing Abington's game soon. Jerome Reinhardt back to Dobbs. We'll get you the lineups in a moment, folks. Darryl Wise being pressured back out to Dobbs. Dobbs puts it down, slows it around now over to Wise. Inside Jerome Reinhardt, pivots and puts it in. Nice pass by Wise. Look left, pass right to Reinhardt and went in for the bucket. Reinhardt, 13 points now. Out there for Norristown, number 5 and number 15 are Dobbs and Wise in the backcourt. As they go inside now, ball's pounced away. Darryl Wise coming up with it. Wise loses it momentarily, and his pass is picked off by Benson. Benson over to Warren. Bounce pass to Benson. Benson outside, inside now. And we have a traveling, I think. Or call that double dribble. Okay, we'll call it 3 seconds. It was one of them.
Looked like a double dribble, but hey, they called 3 seconds.
It's going to be called on Derek Hill. We have a kick ball that time being called on number 50, Theodore McAllister. Rest of Norristown players, 23, Donnie Woods, 24, Jerome Reinhardt, number 12, Darren Queenan. Norristown working the ball up. Jerome Reinhardt right in front of us now. Reinhardt over to Wise. Wise in the lane. Bounces out, taken by Hill. 54-43. Norristown coming in here. 11-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Hill round the rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Darren Queenan loses his glasses again.
What do you think? Time for contacts or what?
And look, if he can get 33 points every night, you know, he needs contacts. He's been probably the most pleasant surprise of this entire year, Darren Queenan. He's come out of nowhere, an unheralded junior. He's had some great ball games. He's been probably the most consistent Eagle player.
Didn't even play varsity basketball last year for Norristown.
Queenan going to the line. 15 points for Queenan. Net for Queenan that time. 55-43. I'll tell you, Darren is fighting an unending battle with his glasses here tonight. So we've got time as he readjusts them again.
Balshan Lam ought to be here or something like that. House call. And no, we're not doing ads for Balshan Lam. It just happened to be the first eye center that popped into my mind.
I was waiting for you to clarify that. I think Darren went over the line that time. Kind of a pseudo jump shot, putting that one in. He made it, but it's no good. Norristown, 2-3 zone. Benson puts it in, and that ball is tapped from behind by Darryl Wise. The foul is called on Darryl.
Whistles all over the place that time. Both officials calling the foul there on Darryl Wise.
Well, it was almost a clean block, but Darryl reached in from behind. So it's going to send Wayne Benson to the line. Hold it. No, Derek Benson.
You know why you keep seeing Wayne? You want to say
yes.
Wayne Denson for Norristown, and it's Derek Benson.
It's his fault.
For Parkway. You're right. Never blame it on you.
But if Wayne Denson gets into this ball game,
it's going to be a heck of a time. Denson and Benson.
Benson hits that one.
Both of them.
Both of them, so he's got 14 points. Darryl Wise slaps his hands for it. Wise, top of the key. Telling Jerome Reinhardt to swing out. Reinhardt does. Now back to Wise. Wise setting up again now over to Dobbs. Dobbs inside to Dante Woods. Turn around, one-hander off the back of the rim. Just cannot fall for Dante Woods that time. Good play though. Benson around Dante Woods, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Hill. And let's see, it is put in by Joseph Hill. Number 24, he has 15 points in the game. Darryl Wise, double teamed, almost trapped in the backcourt. Wise, nice pass to Jerome Reinhardt. Reinhardt on the baseline, puts it in. Darryl Wise that time. That's the way to make the pass when you're a guard running down the court.
And there's a big basket for Jerome Reinhardt there, too. They need a little bit of stability there. They were back and forth. A couple quick baskets for Parkway, and now Norristown is back on the advantage with a 10-point lead.
Woods with the rebound up to Darren Queenan. Queenan, second slam of the night.
Going to have a technical foul called against Darren Queenan for hanging on the rim. The basket will count. It's 2 points, but it's a technical foul for holding on the rim.
Queenan a little upset there. Coach Cresswell just telling him to calm down. He did hang on the rim. Accidental that time. Queenan went up. He was off balance when he went in for that slam, and he came down holding on to the rim. We have a timeout here.
I thought it might have been called before on him when Darren made the slam earlier in the ball game in the first half, and this time he just held on a split second too long, and the official made the call. It was a fair call.
About ready to resume. 5:35 to go in this ball game. It's been a good one. 59-47, the Parkway Hoyas, Division B team in the Philadelphia Public League, coming up here to Norristown. I don't think Norristown's ever played them before. I'm almost positive.
In all the years of Norristown basketball, how can you really be sure that they've never played Parkway?
I would bet on it.
All right, good.
How can you be so sure they have? Good question.
Oh, I never said they have.
Oh, okay.
I'm just asking you, where does your information come from, Alan? I want to know your sources.
Oh, I'm sorry, confidential.
Theodore McAllister made that technical foul, and of course, they'll bring it in from the far sideline.
Just like Howard Eskin, right? No comment. Anyway, Benson back here in the action. Likes that leaning in jumper.
Foul's going to be on Darryl Wise. He was just a little bit too close there to Benson.
Well, it helps that Benson just kind of falls into him accidentally.
Sure, why not? Okay, Darryl's going to take a seat on the bench. It's going to be Chuck Walker back into the ball game.
I used to love watching Lloyd Free. Well, now he's World Free, but he was Lloyd B. Free when he was with
Now
the
that's right. He has his name legally changed to World B. Free.
Well, look, if you're playing Cleveland,
I
you
like
have to
that.
have
World B. Free. I just got that. And never mind. Okay. World B. Free.
Did you know when the Warriors got Sugar Ray Richardson, Michael Richardson, they had a sugar-free backcourt for a while? Just a thought. Anyway, Benson hits that one.
Both of them.
59-50. How do we get on these sidetracks? I don't know.
16 points for Derek Benson.
Oh, the Eagles really, oh boy. Nice follow-up that time by Darren Queen, and the Eagles broke the trap that time so well. Woods missed the slam dunk.
Well, my goodness.
Boy, when it rains and pours,
what a break that. Okay, the foul's going to be on Frank Dobbs.
But what was so impressive, Norristown, that last time up the court, 4 crisp, quick passes, just blew it right up the court. They went in there, and Woods went in for the almost slam.
Well, Coach Cresswell was up off the bench. Everybody was up. They could see the slam coming. There was nobody there, and Dante just missed it.
Kind of embarrassing, I guess, when you go miss. I don't. When you miss a slam.
I guess it is. I mean, I've never had that problem.
I did once. I was up on a ladder.
Warren makes the first free throw.
Norristown 10-point lead. Cut it to 9. Let's see. David Warren now has 6 points. And Parkway coming up with it. Hill couldn't control it, Free couldn't. And Norristown is going to get it because David Warren could not save it from going out of bounds. So So let's see, Norristown carefully has it this time. Walker over to Dobbs. Dobbs crossing through the middle. Darren Queenan was open there. Off the glass and good. Posted up his man, Walter Coleman. Queenan just laid it up off the boards. Queenan, 22 points. Top scorer in this ball game, coming off a 33-point performance against Souderton.
Tell you, Darren's got the moves.
And he's developing that confidence, and Norristown's starting to look for him, too, down the that end.
They're going to call it white ball, or rather red ball.
Red ball that time.
Darren, brother Jerome Reinhardt, one of the Parkway players, went to the floor that last time, fighting for that ball. We're going to have a substitution. He can't come into the ball game yet. Yes, he can. All right, Joseph Hill's going to come in, and Coleman's going to take a seat on the bench.
Benson puts it in now. Let's see, the rebound that time is taken by number 42, Fred Dupree. He puts it in. He's got 11 in the game. Chuck Walker right up the center. Dante Woods. Little jumpers tapped away. Woods gets the rebound. No good. Taken by Parkway. Let's see, number 50 into the game. Theodore McAllister now. Warren to Benson. Benson off the side of the backboard. Goes out of bounds, but I think we're going to have foul on the play. And Benson is in pain on the sidelines. Looks like he twisted his ankle that time, or his knee. He's walking it off now. Looks like he just twisted his ankle that time. And Dante Woods, I think, is out of the ball game. I think that might be his first.
That's his fifth personal. That's right. Phil Bugg into the ball game. Benson apparently is going to walk it off here. He wants to stay in the ball game.
Well, Dante finishes the night 10 points. And the head coach there, Butler, out there for Parkway, looking over Benson. Oh, I'm sorry, Harper. I don't know where I got Butler. Oh. I can't even think of a good excuse for that. I'm just going to plead guilty and pretend it didn't happen and continue, but I know you won't let me forget it.
I'm not going to say a word.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Check will be in the mail. Hill's first is good. Joseph Hill, pretty good player. A lot of spring in his legs. Good rebounder. Pretty decent shooter, too.
He's played a fine ball game here tonight.
1 for 2 that time. Darren Queenan pulls it down, covers it up, and he loses it. Foul, though, is going to be called on David Warren. Warren can't believe that one.
And neither can Coach Harper over there for Parkway, but that's the way it's going to be. We're going to go back down the other end. 1-1 this situation.
Parkway still within striking distance. 8-point lead for Norristown, 63-55. 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go in the game. And we have a substitution coming out as David Warren. Coming in as number 21, John Mack. Darren gets this one. Last time Darren was on the line, he hit both of them, but only one counted because he crossed over the foul line. Has an unorthodox style of shooting those free throws. Kind of just pops up into the air. But
they go in, that's fine.
Yeah, it can be as unorthodox as you want. 65-55, Norristown reopens a 10-point lead. Their biggest has been 11 tonight. Dupree having trouble in the middle. Phil Bugg playing him tightly. The ball goes the other way. 3-second violation that time on Dupree.
It's good defense by Phil Bugg that time. He made Dupree wait in there, and he's wound up standing in the lane too long.
Chuck Walker double teamed over to Dobbs. Dobbs find Bugg open on the far side. Bugg dribbles, puts it up, bounces off, no good. McAllister coming down with it. 6'6", McAllister driving down, drops it off in the lane. John Hill. Hill, turnaround is good.
Okay, it's still an 8-point Norristown lead.
Finally, Reinhardt inbounds it. Bugg loses it over to Reinhardt. Hey, what's the call going to be here, Jeff?
It's going to be a foul called on John Mack, I believe. That's right, John Mack with the foul. Phil Bugg will go to the line shooting 1-1.
Parkway in the penalty situation, so Bugg's going to get a chance at the line. Norristown coming into this ball game 10-1 record. Won't fall for Bugg. Out of bounds that time. See number 24, It was Joseph Hill. He went to recover the ball before it went out of bounds, but he stepped over the line. Norristown calling a timeout with 3:22 left in the ball game. Norristown up 65-57. Once again, we'd like to remind you this game is being brought to you by the Norristown School District under the direction of Sam Galbraith.
And also the camera work of Sam Galbraith.
And the production of Sam
Galbraith.
A one-man
Written
crew.
by Sam Galbraith. Financed by Sam Galbraith. Brought to you by Sam Galbraith.
Does a great job, though.
Now we've said Sam's name 10 times. We'll get
That'll make up all the games we probably never did.
The show will get on the air.
No, but Sam and the guys from the Communications Center at Norristown do a great job. Always coming down here to the gymnasium, taking the time to do these games.
Of course, Tony Koya, the Director of Communications for the Norristown Area School District. And that gets me through another week of school saying
That's
his
right.
name.
And we'll probably be getting to do a couple more games if we keep this up.
Although, is that really our objective? You never know.
I'm thinking.
I mean, there's got to be a better paying job somewhere, right?
Right. I'll tell you, that one pizza a month isn't doing much good for us.
If it weren't for school loyalty, I'll tell you.
I don't exactly see the other districts banging at our doors.
Yes, the opportunities aren't overwhelming us.
You got it. Jerome Reinhardt pops it. Let's see. Jerome, 17 points tonight. Joseph Hill shot, no good. Rebounded by Queenan. Queenan in the crowd, gets it out to Chuck Walker. Joseph Hill on the court looking for the foul, but he doesn't get it. Bug misses the reverse layup. Queenan is fouled, though, on the play. And we've got a technical call. It's going to be called on Marcus Dupree. Fred Dupree.
Marcus Dupree? Oh, my goodness. Mr. Coleman over there is upset. They're going to get a bench tech if they don't watch that. Coleman is up. Coleman's not even in the ball game, and he's flying around over there. Derek Hill as well. Coach Harper doesn't know what's going on. He's trying to get his fellows to settle down there.
Set the play there. Darren Queenan went in for the rebound. He was fouled on the play. Fred Dupree then said something, said the magic word. He got the technical, and Walter Coleman went crazy on the sideline there, banging his chair into the wall.
These fellows aren't even in the ball game. Look how upset they are.
I mean, sticking up for your teammates is one thing, but Darren Queenan gets both of them at the line. Now he'll go and shoot his regular foul shots that are coming toward him from being fouled. Darren Queenan, how many points tonight, Jeff? 26 points. How many did he have against Upper Moreland, that first game of the Triangle Tournament?
25.
So he had games of 25, I think 12 against Frankfurt, 33 against Souderton, and 26 tonight. He misses that one.
And of course, Norristown gets the ball from the sideline because it was a technical foul shot.
Okay, you beat me to it. 2:58 left in the game. Norristown has expanded now 69-57, 12-point lead. They've never been able to quite put away Parkway tonight. They're getting close. Darren Queenan is hot, boy. He's got 28 points now.
We're running out of room to mark down his points.
Bug almost taps it away. Hill comes up with it. Off the glass, it's good. Almost up and down that time on Hill. Walker just deliberately taking his time, bringing it up now. Bug inside, and I think that's going to be a foul. It's going to be called on 33, Don Tucker, who's into the game.
Well, Norristown a 12-point lead, 2:21 left to go, and that's the edge they've had since early in the third quarter.
Bug doesn't drop it. Tucker coming up with it. To Mack. Mack, a terrible shooting tonight for Mack. Air balls from both sides of the court. On the floor now, there's going to be a jump ball between Chuck Walker and, let's see, number 44, David Alston, who is also into the game.
I think we've seen every player for Parkway in this ball game, or we will as soon as number 30 enters the ball game.
Why is there not a number 30?
Yes, there is. It's Drexel Davis.
Okay, 6'3" starting, 6'3" forward, senior. Into the game now for Norristown. We've got Frank Dobbs back in there. Norristown going into three-guard offense with Dobbs, Walker, and Wise. Wise playing on the wing as Phil Bug takes a seat on the bench. They're the best ball handlers out there for Norristown right now. Dobbs, Wise, and Walker. Dobbs over to Wise. Norristown kills some time on the clock, less than 2 minutes. Shot by Jerome, no good. Taken by Tucker. Down to Mack now. Mack bringing it down the far side, cuts into the middle. Swings to the right side. Goes up, and Queenan called for the foul.
I think Mack a little bit in desperation there, trying to get a three-point play out of there, make the basket, and perhaps draw the foul. He drew the foul, but of course the shot was no good.
Mack hits his first. He's got 3 in the ball game.
It's the fellow who couldn't make those jumpers from the outside.
Well, 1 for 2. Rebounded by Parkway. Second attempt that time is good by Joseph Hill. Hill, great game, 22 points.
Good individual effort by Joseph Hill.
That's right, he's got most of those buckets on his own effort. Wise over to Walker. Walker tries to go inside the Queenan, but it's knocked away by Hill.
Norristown better be careful here.
Dobbs goes over the steal. Easy layup time. And Dobbs gets it. Frank Dobbs, 4 points in the game.
Frank never scores much, but he's always a factor in these ball games.
And Hill rolls across the center of the lane and just puts it in with a left-handed hook. 24 for Hill. Dobbs to Walker. Walker met by Mack. Less than a minute now. Norristown ready to lock up its 11th victory in 12 decisions this year. You can see Norristown just executing that slowdown game. Walker, Wise, and Dobbs just running away. And it's kicked into the backcourt, though, by Hill.
A little bit of a dribbling exercise there for Norristown. The bench shouting to foul the man, and it let 16 seconds go by before they eventually did.
That's the only thing you can do when you're this many points behind. 9 points down, 44 seconds to go. You gotta send Norristown to the line, hoping they miss. You have any chance of getting back into this one.
And Norristown's really been the dominating factor from the beginning of this ball game.
They've never trailed in this game. They've had the big leads. They've never really increased it past 11 points, but they have been consistent. Parkway has scratched and clawed their way within a couple of points each quarter, but Norristown just puts on a quick burst and gets back in front. And Wise gets them. So it's 75-64, 11-point lead. Darrell, 10 points in the game. John Mack still can't find it. On the floor, Dobbs goes up with the Walker. Walker quickly down there, goes in for the layup off the glass, no good. Queenan misses the tap. Wise with it, reverse layup. Nice play that time by Wise. 20 seconds left to go.
Mack doesn't go with the shot. Rebound by Joseph Hill, knocked out. Fred Dupre comes down. The shot's up, won't go. Pardon me, that wasn't Dupre. That's number 44, David Austin, who's just entered the ballgame. He's fouled on the play with 11 seconds left to go.
Austin not in the scoring column tonight, as of yet. Well, he's in there now, 1 point. Norristown fans starting to make an exit. John Mack and Chuck Walker having a friendly conversation out there on the court. It's good to see. Austin misses it, but Hill slams it through. 26 for Hill. Queenan, top score, 28 seconds. 3, 2. Well, air ball with 1 second left, so they're going to have to play this final tick of the clock. Hill motioning, Austin motioning everyone to go deep. I think this is a triple play down the right side. And that's it.
All right, that's the ball game. Final score 77-67. We'll be back in just a moment with the final scores and thoughts on this fine basketball game for Norristown. Final score 77-67. Norristown, the victors, once again raised the record to 11-1. It was a good ball game, Alan.
That's right. Norristown never trailed in this ball game, but Parkway, a very scrappy team. It seemed like every time Norristown would open up an 8 to 11-point lead, Parkway would just come on back. But Norristown, to their credit tonight, they handled the backcourt pressure that Parkway was applying. They kept their heads and they played a very good ball game. Good balanced scoring. Once again, Darren Queenan leading the way.
Okay, from the opening tap to the final buzzer, Norristown led in this ballgame once they opened up that 10, 11-point lead in the second quarter, dropped down to 6 at halftime. We talked about how it should have been more. They got it right back up to 10 points and maintained that lead throughout the entire ballgame. A nice, well-balanced ballgame for Norristown. As you just said, Darren Queen, another fantastic performance, 28 points from him, and he seems to be the man in the clutch right now for Norristown.
That's right. Norristown's guards coming down the floor. They're looking for Darren Queenan. He's been their offensive threat in the past couple weeks. Comes off a 33-point performance, follows it up with, 28 points tonight. Good scoring, though, all the way around. And Norristown, this was a good game for them because Parkway, as we said, in Division B of the Public League down in Philadelphia, they are not any pushover of a team. Norristown, they really showed something. They've come off that big loss, a disappointing loss to Frankfurt, I think, in their eyes, with 2 wins over Souderton and Parkway.
Oh, that's right. Norristown, it's a big play for them, big win for them. They go into their next ball game against CB West, is their next home game, and they're looking good right now, 11-1 for District 1 competition. We've said it time and again, they're a well-balanced club. They don't rely on one person. They don't have somebody who does it all, but I think Darren Queenan maybe is emerging as that player for Norristown.
That's right. He's the guy that I think they can look to. And another thing impressive about Darren Queenan is his positioning as far as his rebounding and always being there to follow up the play. He's in the right place at the right time, and it's just not coincidental.
He's got a lot of, court knowledge. He knows where he is all the time. We saw at the very end of the ball game, Frank Dobbs, I think, went down for that last lap, and there was Darren Queenan right there to follow up the shot.
That's right, and he takes a lot of the pressures off from Jerome and from Dante Woods as far as the rebounding goes, and yet he's the small forward on the team. But as you were saying about the balanced scoring, we're looking at the scoring sheet here. Queenan with 28. Jerome Reinhardt, a very good game, a very quiet 17 points.
That's right, Jerome played, I think Jerome does that all the time. He scores 10 to 17 points. And, you don't hear too much about him, but he's always there making the key shots for Norristown.
Pulls down his fair share of rebounds, and it's amazing, when Norristown is faced with the backcourt pressure, it's Jerome Reinhardt, that's the guy that's left back in the middle by Coach Cresswell to help the guards bringing up the ball. The rest of the scoring for Norristown tonight, Darryl Wise, 12 points. Good shooting night for Darryl, too. He's had a couple cold nights.
That's right, Darryl played well from the outside tonight.
Phil Bugg, 2 points. Frank Dobbs, Chuck Walker, 4 points apiece. And Dante Woods, 10 points. I'm laughing at that one shot by Chuck Walker. If you weren't with us earlier, Chuck Walker ran up the right side of the court, popped one from about 22 feet. And if you could have seen the expression on Coach Cresswell's face as he was waiting for that ball to drop.
Oh, boy, Chuck was really going to hear it if he'd have missed that shot.
And Coach Cresswell just gave him one of those smirks, and it was like, you're lucky that time.
All right, let's give you the scoring for the Hoyas of Parkway.
Joseph Hill, an excellent ball game.
He's a fine player. 25 points for Joseph Hill. Derek Benson, 15 points off the bench. Fred Dupree, 9 points. Derek Hill, 2. David Warren, 6 points. Theodore McAllister, 6. John Mack, 3. And David Alston, 1 point at the very end of the ball game.
Well, that's it. Norristown now 11-1, coming into the final part of their schedule. And as you said, they've got to impress in order to get into those playoffs because they are no longer in the league. 11-1 record, not too shabby.
Okay, it was a fine ball game tonight. We'd like to thank Sam Galbraith, the man who did it all for us tonight, directing, producing, and running the camera.
Jack of all trades.
He's quite a guy. In the Norristown Area School District for producing our show. Of course, the West Norton Police for the fine job they do here patrolling the grounds of the Norristown Area High School Gymnasium.
They have to keep all the fans away from us. I think that's what it is.
It's tough that time. I'm Jeff Brandon for Alan Raleigh. Stay tuned for more basketball on the Norristown Cable Access Channel.
You have to get the plug in, but it was good fun.